combination of three continents: North America, South America, and Europe. I believe the world will see this as a historic learning to draw from. This achievement has no historic parallel. It is a validation of India's ability to bounce back. It is a validation of India's resilience. India has strongly maintained its dignity as well as held its ground in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. India's diplomatic position is a sign of its confidence, and every citizen of India must feel proud of the way we have handled ourselves, despite the global pressure to take sides. This is a sign of a new confident India and a precursor to the future years in a world of multipolarity that we must expect to see. Also, while we have been often lectured on a climate change, we have been one of the very few countries that has accelerated its renewable energy footprint despite the COVID crisis and despite the energy crisis. We have done so at a time when several developed nations have posed their pursuit of renewable energy goals. India's renewable energy capacity has increased almost 300% since 2015. In fact, the past year saw an astonishing 125% increase in capital investment in renewables compared to 2020-2021. There is no stopping India now has over 75% of the surging incremental demand that India needs is expected to be met through the addition of renewable energy generation. In this context, our government must be given credit for the way it has played its role and managed the all-round balancing act. Also, coming out of the COVID crisis, we have become the fastest growing major economy in an environment where several other large economies are confronted with a recessionary trends. Given the indications we see from our businesses, I feel confident that India's projected GDP growth of 8% over this current year is very achievable. Let me now talk about our company. The year 2021-22 was another breakout year for the Adani Group. I have often said that our belief in our past defines our ability to believe in our future, translating into the big bets that we make in the present. Never have we walked away from investing in India. Never we have slowed our investments. We believe our scale, our diversified business, and our track record of performance position us very strongly to continue to perform well in a variety of market conditions. Our belief comes from our confidence in the aspirations of our country and countrymen. The success of the Adani Group is based on its alignment with the India growth story. And it is my strong conviction that there is no other nation that is as well positioned as India. The best evidence which showcased our confidence and belief in the future is our investment of $70 billion in facilitating India's green transition. We are already one of the world's largest developers of a solar power. Our strength in renewables will empower us enormously in the effort to make a green hydrogen the fuel of the future. We are leading the race to turn India from a country over-reliant on import of oil and gas to a country that might one day become a net exporter of a clean energy. Our transformations, which will help reshape India's energy footprints in an extraordinary way. While we now hold a major global renewable energies portfolio, we have made also remarkable progress in several other industries over the past 12 months. In one stroke, we have become the largest airport operator in India. Around these airports that we operate today, we are engaged in the adjacent businesses of developing aerodrome policies and creating localized community-based economic centers. We continue to grow as builders of India infrastructures, winning some of the largest road contracts in the nation and growing our already substantial market share in businesses such as ports, logistics, transmission and distribution, city gas and pipe natural gas. Our successful IPO of Adani Wilmar makes us the largest FMCG company in the country. And following the acquisition of wholesale assets in India that include two of the most recognized brand names across the country, ACC and Ambuja Cements. We are now the second largest cement manufacturers in India. This is a classic example of our adjacency-based business model at work. In addition, we have also made entries in sectors ranging from data center, digital super apps, and industrial clouds to defense and aerospace, metals, and materials, all aligned with the government's vision of an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Our combined group market capitalization this year exceeded 200 billion US dollar. We are able to raise billions of dollars from the international markets, a direct validation of confidence in the India and Adani growth story. Our growth and success have been recognized around the world. Several foreign governments are now approaching us to work in their geographies and help build their infrastructures. Therefore, in 2022, we also laid the foundation to seek a broader expansion beyond India's boundaries. Our rising market capitalization has been supported by a robust and a sustained growth in our cash flows. Our focus on operational excellence across our portfolio and the accretive capacity addition delivered an EBITDA growth of 26%. Portfolio EBITDA stood at Indian rupees 42,623 crores. This diversified growth in FY 2022 was reflected across our range of businesses. Our utility portfolio grew by 26%. Our transport and logistic portfolio grew by 19%. Our FMCG portfolio grew by 34%, and Adani Enterprise, our incubator business, grew by 45%. AEL's unique business model has no parallel, and we intend to leverage this further. The high growth of AEL provides the group with a reliable foundation for the continued development of new businesses for yet another big decade. While we may look back and feel content, it is only now that we are gathering real momentum. What we have been able to achieve in 2 decades